Happy fall, YouTube. What a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. It's October 14th, Friday, around 11:30, almost 12 noon. Beautiful day. But as you guys know, I've been working on this shed. So this is a budget shed that I was working on. Um, had to replace the last one. So finally it's done. It is done, finally. Yay. Took me some time to build the floor, frame, floor, all that stuff. Now this is my review on the assembly of this budget aero shed. So I built this shed on skid and frame. This is 10 by 12, so pretty good storage. The space is really good, right? Has these sliding doors, so looks pretty well. No complaints in terms of how it looks. And if you're building one of these, make sure that you add that flashing at the bottom. It really lifts up, the way the entire shed finally sits together. It really adds in terms of looks, and also in terms of water damage. That's definitely, you want to protect your timber, your wood. But let's talk about the assembly. Okay, so it was fairly easy, but you would need two people, not for all the stages of the assembly. So you could definitely do the initial framing, and you would need two people to attach the first four corners, right? Once first four corners are done, which is, if you're building one of these, definitely you'll know what I'm talking about. But when first four corner panels are installed, and you can pretty much do everything on your own, and you may not need the second person. Secondly, when you are installing the roof, you would definitely need a second person to kind of just hold the bolts, because this is whole, the roof is metal, it's tin, so you're screwing it from top, and then there are places where the bolt needs to be held from beneath, and you would definitely having a second person helps a lot, and speeds up the process of installing the roof. But other than that, you could do it on your own, one person, with minimal or minimum help from second person, and it is beautiful. So assembly, definitely, if you know how to play with Legos, you can put this shed together. Looks beautiful. This is the back of the shed. Okay, again, that flashing definitely lifts up the way it sits, and it looks pretty happy. Okay, so big question, right? Did it survive a rain? So yesterday we got really rained on a lot, and then this is what I checked it yesterday night too, and I do kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a leak right there. There's water here, and it rained pretty heavy. There's a little water puddle right here, and a huge water puddle right here. Okay, right here. So I followed all the instruction like they said. So it did not really leak from the roof joint. You have to use a weather stripping tape when you're installing the roof, right? All over here, from end to end. So there is no problem. It's not leaking from the roof. But problem is, it does not really sit well. You can, I'm not sure if you, yeah, right here, this is, you see, there's an opening right here between where the gable and the frame for the front is. So it does not really kind of pinches it down to a point that it's waterproof. No, it does not do that. Now, in a low rain area where it does not really rain heavy, or we just had Ian pass through and brought a lot of rain, and last night Thursday was a lot of thunderstorm and rain. So what happened is I came and checked while it was raining. The raindrops were coming in from here, right, all this area, and then right there, and it dropped on this, and it traveled. See, there's still water here. Traveled all the way. You see that? And then it just met here. It just came down everything here. So what I would suggest is, while you are putting it together, assembling it, make sure that when you are tying this gable to the frame, make sure that you have a tape from, I'm going to go ahead and caulk it and put a weather stripping tape outside. That will solve the problem for me. But if you can do it while you are assembling the gable, that would be really helpful. And I wish the manufacturer took note of that and put that in instruction, because see, it does not sit well. No matter how tight you screw it, it does not sit well. So I'll have to caulk it or put the stripping tape like this, the way I have it here. And I went and bought my own. The manufacturer provides a tape, a weather stripping tape. It's like, it is good quality, but it's like not enough for you to use it, because you definitely need more than that. So I bought my own weather stripping tape. It's cheap, it's not expensive, but do use that, So you really want to make sure that these openings, are covered, either from inside or outside, or you caulk it later on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of that problem for me. So that was, there was one thing, because it was leaking. All right, it was leaking. Yeah, it was leaking right here. All the water just right here kind of came in. Okay. And also here, this part. So you really need to kind of make sure that it's all dry, sits well. Other than that, I'm very happy. No doubt. It's a very good build. It's a budget build. Overall, so we spent about close to $800 just for the shed itself, right? And then the floor itself cost me. I built this floor on 4x4 pressure 4x4 12-foot long, pressure treated. And then let me show you this is what I'm talking about. These are the skids. So I have one on the left corner and the other one at the right corner. So 1, 2, 3, and then I have the frame here on top of those three. At the frame here, pressure treated lumber, 16 inches from the center, so 10 of those, and a frame. So the frame itself was around, it will cost you the material and everything about $500 with flashing. Flashing was really expensive, $23 a piece, so that was really expensive. I had to get 5 of those, $24 a piece, which is 10 foot long, so I needed 5. So that was expensive timber, but then the floor is built solid, right? So in future, if I need to get rid of this, I can build on this floor and frame a nice wood, completely wood shed, 10 by 12, no problem, So the floor is solid, so I'm happy with the floor. I wanted to go that way. I did not just put it on the ground. You could put it on the ground. That's what they say. The manufacturer says you could just kind of put it on the ground. And they also sell a kit. But I wanted to go this route. So pretty happy. I just have to um, somehow make sure that it doesn't leak. Did not leak badly. You know, there is no leak from the roof. It's just a little openings like this one here, this one. So when it rains heavy with the wind from sideways, you know, and it just kind of brings the water in. So I'm going to take care of this, and yeah. Am I happy with this shed? Absolutely. Is it worth the money? Absolutely. Yeah, you know, um, a shed this size, you would absolutely spend a minimum anywhere between, I don't even know, definitely 5K plus, 5,000 plus, based on the, you know, price of the wood right now. So I'm happy with it. It's going to give me I'm hoping to get 7 to 10 years. If I get that, I'm pretty happy. So overall, right, I did not go over $2,000 with this build, assembly, and I'm happy with the space it has. So yeah, that is my pretty quick review. Pretty decent height. You know, I'm 5'10", so if you're standing in the center beam, the clearance is, you know, fairly good. You don't really need to worry. But then when you move to the, so this is the center of the beam right here, top of my head, but this is a side beam, right? So let me just show it this way. Yeah, side beam, center beam, side beam. So side beam is pretty low. So like, look at that, like, oof, yeah. I can definitely hit my head, you know. Yeah, right there. But hey, you know, you're not staying hours and hours here, just a storage. I can use my lawnmower and to store and other stuff. So the other thing I would like to do is I'm going to build a little frame. So, and the reason I'm doing that is I wish they at least, there is no, you know, at least they could have given 4 corner posts to strengthen it. You know, there is no post. It completely sits on these panels and this frame, right? So I would install from inside, just you know, really size it up, and then 4 posts in each corner, and then I'll run a plate from inside, definitely wood, you know, 4x4 or 2x4, and not 4x4, 2x2. I'll run across, and on top of that I'll just give a little bit more strength. And the reason I'm doing that, because I want to build a rake or a kind of a table, kind of only one side of the shed, so I can store some of the I can yeah, why do I need to do that? I need to move a lot of stuff from my garage, like some pieces of boxes and stuff like that, you know, occupying a lot of space in the garage. I can then put it here on the shelf. So I'll build like a shelf here, only one side. So that's why I'm doing that. But if you don't have that need, you don't need to. But my thinking is, if I install those 4 corner posts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it will also give a little bit more sturdiness and stability to the overall shed. So that's my review. That's my quick review. But please remember to use some sort of caulking when you are installing these gables, either from inside or outside, to make sure that even if you have these openings, the water is not coming in. All right, YouTube, ciao ciao. This is October 14th, Friday. I'm pretty happy with this. It took me more than 3 days, and the reason is to build this whole thing. The reason is I was doing it part-time, all by myself, no help. And I'll come after work or on the weekend, and I'll have to also make sure that I'm at church on Sunday. So it did not really kind of get any full day, like from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to work on it, at any single time that I was working on it. So it was always in parts, fragmented. But I was able to get this done over the course of 3 weekends. But if you're doing like in one stretch, you can get this done once the floor is ready. So you have to make sure you have to choose what floor you are choosing to go with, and once you have decided that and the floor is up, the entire shed can be done in one day. Yeah, you will only need the second person for the roof and the first four corners to hold. And if you use clamps, and if you know anything about clamping, and um, if it's not too windy, you could just do it by yourself. You'll only need the second person to hold these bolts. These ones, I'll show you. Where are these bolts? Yeah, these bolts, they come from top. So like you're standing on the ladder, and you're installing. This is the end edge of this panel, right? So this is one panel from here to here, right? So you are standing on the ladder here, all the way here, and trying to tighten this screw from top. Someone definitely need to hold this at the bottom, and when the bolt is down, they need to like kind of help it run the bolt on the screw. You cannot do that. No, don't even try. You need a second person for this part of the assembly. So other than that, you can definitely manage one person. No biggie. All right, YouTube, as usual, if you like what I do, I'm not a professional contractor or home builder. I just learned from fellow YouTube videos. People have more videos on this on this build, and they go in depth. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just try to do a DIY home owner. That's my channel, and do like and subscribe, because there's so much as a homeowner we need to do, right? And if you're always calling a professional, yeah, that's the best way to do. You want to support your local professionals, contractors, but you also want to save some money, and that's the goal here of this channel. Maximum possible, if as a homeowner, if you can learn a few things, and if you're handy and willing to get your hands dirty, go for it. Do it for yourself first, and that experience will go in the long run. It'll save you money. That's the goal. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, right? And until next time, if something else breaks in my house, until next time, we'll see you then. No other projects are lined up. Hopefully the deck that you see, I'm not sure if you can see, the deck that you see would need replacing, and I'm thinking of going with Trex this time, so I don't have to do it every 3 years or so, like sanding and staining and all that. So I might go with Trex, and I'll use the same frame. Not decided yet, but that would be another project, and I don't know when, because hey, with full-time job, family, yeah, it's tough. So until then, YouTube, ciao ciao. Have an awesome day. Fall's here. It's looking beautiful. I love this weather. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. It's October, and holidays are coming in, so make the most of it. Until then, ciao ciao.